Harvey, Ida, Ian. Extreme storms are battering the U.S. at alarming rates.
You want to live on the water, you gotta put up with it, you know?
And not just on the water, but far from it. The West facing deadly heat waves and drought, wildfires stretching far beyond their normal boundaries, tornadoes leveling towns across the Midwest and South.
Make sure that you're assessing the risk of where you live.
Scott Holman is a spokesperson for III Insurance Information Institute.
The ocean views are great, the mountain views are great, but if there are risks in some of those areas, know that costs are probably going only up.
III data shows natural catastrophes in the U.S. caused $100 billion in insured property loss in 2022. And these costly natural disasters are becoming way more frequent. Adjusted for inflation, there are more billion-dollar disaster events in the past 13 years than in the 30 years before it.
As we see conditions changing and more people living in those risky areas, there are more people exposed. You're seeing some companies that are saying, we're not going to do any more of this kind of business in these areas.
The insurance pinch is squeezing out people around New Orleans, where nearly every home faces a high flood risk. 15,000 more people moved out in the past 2 years as insurance premiums price people out of what used to be an affordable place to live. But migration out of New Orleans is a rare exception, as most population shifts are moving into harm's way.
There are people that continue to move to places where there are a lot of wildfires, or we're certainly not seeing people really leave Florida.
A Redfin analysis shows over the past 4 years, people are increasingly moving into the U.S. counties with the highest flood, fire, and heat risks. The pandemic prompted a lot of these moves to warmer areas with lower costs of living. Redfin's chief economist says it's human nature to focus on current benefits and discount risks that are tougher to measure, like climate. It explains why Phoenix drew in 76,000 more people the past 2 years amid scorching heat and a lack of water, while Lee County, Florida, welcomed 60,000 more people, though Hurricane Ian ravaged the coast last September.
I guess all we do is put everything back together and try again.
This is the final piece of our 3-part series on the homeowners insurance crisis. You can catch all 3 stories by searching home insurance at san.com and on the SAN app.